Hey guys, so before I was talking about Arathi Highlands, and this is old Arathi Highlands before it got revamped in BFA. There was some Cataclysm stuff. If you went there, Deathwind would fly over and scorch it, and I think that's where I got the achievement. Stood in the fire. I was just running through Arathi Highlands, and there he comes. It's like, and I'm like, ah. But yeah, Arathi Highlands aesthetically was, absolutely gorgeous. It's a large open area, which I love. I can't stand, like, as beautiful as they are now, when they have you need to climb up to the top of the mountain, but you can't always find the path that you're supposed to take, so you're just like running around aimlessly looking for that one small path that's fucking hidden. This place didn't have really any of that. You can see there's roads leading everywhere to the main places. You can see caves, easy enough to find. I remember Stromgarde Keep was a fucking pain in the ass. But Hammerfall, I think it's Hammerfall, they give you a quest where, I can't remember what the quest was. You had to gather something from raptors, but not any raptor. There was like a specific type of raptor that was walking around that would drop this item. And because the drop rates were terrible back then, and because there wasn't many of these raptors walking around, it took about 4 hours for me to complete that quest. And that was with no one else around. No one else was in this fucking area. So I think it was around this area where they had you. I think you could go on either side. There was raptors on either side. There were spiders around that area. But they were like, yeah, we need you to collect this. Well, not all the raptors dropped it because a very specific raptor dropped it. I'm sure you guys have, if you play WoW, you've seen the meme or had it happen to yourself where you're in the Barrens and you're like, oh yeah, we need to collect 12 raptor heads. And then you loot the raptor and you don't get the item you need. It's like, what? So you charged me with collecting raptor heads. I killed the raptor and I don't get its head afterwards? Are there headless raptors walking around the Barrens? Because, something like that should be a guaranteed drop. Same thing with eyes and stuff like that, or claws or some kind, but a head should be guaranteed. But just think about that. You're an adventurer and you're tasked with collecting raptor heads, and you just see this fucking headless raptor walking around. When they tell you to collect the eyes of something. There's 2 eyes, and it is the world. You have to think about in the universe. So maybe it lost one of its eyes. So you should still at least get 1 eye from it. Nope. Sometimes you got none. So that means there's eyeless raptors walking around. Headless raptors. But I remember this one area, it took me about 4 hours to collect everything I needed, and I think I just gave up. This was back when respawn times were terrible too, so not only was it a specific raptor, you had to collect a specific item, which didn't always drop, and then once you killed all of them, it took forever for them to respawn. I was like, fuck this. Fuck this. And then there's these little little shrines or elemental things where you go around to each of them and destroy a crystal or empower a crystal. I can't remember what it is. And then eventually have to beat this elite boss or something like that. And I remember I lost to them like fucking age for longest time. I just kept losing to them. But there were things here where you needed to group up with someone. This place taught you, hey, maybe I should group up with someone because this isn't a good idea. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. But the quests were almost non-existent. The drop rates for quests, if you had to collect them from enemies, were fucking dismal. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I'm in Hammerfall, but then they charge you with going all the way over here, and then once you're there, you have to run all the way back. And this is just a map, so it looks small, but when you're actually in that zone, that's a lot of back and forth. I think back then you didn't get your first mount to like 30, 40. So if you were in this area, you were around 30 or so. So you had to run all the way over there. And then it's like, oh, okay. Then you die. And then you start like over here somewhere, and then you got to run all the way back. It was just, like I said, the only thing it had going for it was that it was pretty flat. You know, there wasn't a lot of like vertical climbing. You know, you didn't really have to climb any cliffs or ledges or, like I said, you know, there's roads all over the place. Like you see it, the ledge right there, but then you follow this road, and there's a road right here leading up to Stromgarde. You know, you follow here down, follow down this way. There's a road going down over here to the shore. So, that was the only good thing. It's kind of hard to lose your way because of the roads. But there was a lot of elites, patrollers, and like I said, once you got to Stromgarde, the fucking ogres, and I think, was it back then, was it ogres, or was it nowadays it's like ghosts and stuff, but I remember if it was ogres, and then I think in Cataclysm they revamped it for a first time, you know, because they changed the look of the land a little bit. Can't remember. I think it was humans, and then it changed to ogres, or was it ogres and then changed to humans? It's been a while. But you know, and when they say, when the World of Warcraft episode of South Park said that there was like 5,000 people here, no one liked coming here. I saw some people in the comments of Wowhead like, oh yeah, this place is great. It's great for grinding, great for iron. Well, maybe it may have been great for iron because the whole thing's surrounded by fucking mountains. Lots of ledges here for the war to have, you know, war to be there. A lot of caves. We've got in just this small area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 caves. So great for iron. You know, you came here anyway because, you know, you had Hillsbrad foothills right here, and then it sent you on a quest to come here. I think it was like right here. You'd get there and like, oh, go talk to someone, and like the other person's like right over here, and then they charge you with going to, you know, I think if you're Horde, they charge you to go to Hammerfall. So, but it was so fucking bad. You know, once you got up to this point, you're like, okay, I can't do anything else but grind, because that's all you could do. But that fucking quest, that raptor quest, I hated. That was the first and only time I did that quest, and like I said, I don't even think I finished it, because I don't. I'm trying to remember where I was. I might have been here for the first. No, wait. Was I here the first time? No, maybe I think I was in New Jersey still. I think I was still living in New Jersey, and I mean between that, I mean the internet. We didn't actually have internet in the house. I had to use the Wi-Fi from the person like 100 feet away, so the internet went out all the time and stuff like that. So that's maybe one reason why, because I could have been lagging for all I know. But yeah, it was like right around this area, and it was a specific raptor. There's like, I think it was red ones and like the corrupted looking ones, what they would call, and like in the Baron, or not Barons, in Durtar, they were like corrupted. One, I think they were like those colors. There was one was red, and then the other was like this whitish. Like I said, I'm trying to do this all from memory. This was back in 2006, 2007, so I'm trying to remember. But the fucking rate, the drop rates was terrible. There weren't many, despite the fact that you had like this entire area. There really weren't many raptors there. Like I said, there were spiders around the same area too. So in just this small area, you had the raptors, you had spiders, but like I said, only a specific type of raptor dropped it. So, and then once you killed them, I'd run to the other side, see if they respawned. Nope. So I had to like wander around until they respawned. So it was fucking terrible. It was fucking terrible. And like I said, this was before you had your mount. So you had to run all over the damn place. I remember going around to the little elemental kind of circles and doing that shit with the crystals. And then if I remember, she like, it's either this one or this one. I can't remember. She spawned. I think it actually really depends on which one you do last. I think I did like this one last, because I think I just started here and just worked my way around. I really should have started over here and done that, because if I remember, you do like res around here. So even if I die, I should have just been able to. But then again, maybe she was around this area. Either way, it was a pain in the ass. Let's see, quests 98. Lena's reward, armor up, basic care package, back to Zuldazar. Well, these are all the like new ones. The King rises. Worth its weight in gold, wiping out the Withermark. War Chief's command, Arathi Highlands. Hang on, I want to see if I can find the video of it. Nah, I can't find it. Everything I look up is basically like new Arathi Highlands stuff. But I mean, if you guys remember, I just vaguely remember. Like I said, I only did this quest once. With the NPC. I think it was a female NPC, but you had to go around to certain areas, and then she appeared, and you had to fight her. But she was hard as fuck. You know, and I think I had to ask someone for help. Most likely, if I remember, it was most likely my friend who had to help. But if you guys remember the name of the quest, that'd be great, because you know, it's it sucks that I only, actually no, it doesn't suck that I've only done this once, because after I went there the first time, I'm like, never again. Never again. I will grind somewhere else, someplace that has more than enough of NPCs, and you know, respawn rates are a lot better, because I'm never doing this again. But yeah, if you remember the quest, same thing with that raptor quest, if you guys did the same one and you remember. I mean, maybe it was different for you guys. Like I said, I could have been lagging out the whole time and I wouldn't have known. So maybe that's the one reason why it took 4 fucking hours, and then after that I decided I'm like, fuck this shit. But yeah, let me know what your experience in Arathi Highlands was. And what do you think of the new Arathi Highlands? I mean, I think the new one was absolutely gorgeous. It was always a gorgeous area. Like I said, just a flat, for the most part, plain type area where it's just, you know, all the mountains are around it. There's nothing really in the middle to hinder your exploration. It was great because you could stand on one side, and if you had a good enough computer, like what I do now, you can see pretty much to the other side. It's just a gorgeous level, or zone rather, and it just suffered from lack of quests and bad spawn rates, bad drop rates. The fact that if you die over here, you're going all the way back over here. You know, it just suffered from a lot, and it could have been a great zone. MAGA, make Arathi great again. No, I think it is a good zone now, especially you can fly in it. The BFA update actually does make it look very nice. Storm Guard has been upgraded. It's got like whole fortress built around it again, and I mean, there's always a, but it's more presented on the map. You'll see the outline of it. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think about the zone. I mean, if this is something you want me to do, especially if you're a WoW player, you want me to talk about my experience and memories in certain zones, I've got plenty of them. Plenty of them, but this one, just because I brought up Arathi Highlands in the last video when I was talking about the episode of South Park, yeah, there's, even if that episode, I think, was during the beta of BC. Even then, there wasn't going to be 5,000 people. It's just not going to happen. This zone isn't good enough for 5,000 people. You know? But yeah, what did you think of the zone? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you remember any of the quests? And if you do remember the quests I'm talking about, please remind me, because like I said, I've only done them once. There was also over here for the battlegrounds. I think the battle, it's over here somewhere. Back in the day when you had to run to the battlegrounds. So, anyways, yeah, like I said, let me know. You know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.